Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Season 86 SMJHL Entry Draft. Your hosts today are Noxu and Bfine, and
What
we
up?
have Raf doing host/OBS.
Allegedly host. We'll see. We got Raph busy working in the back. It's fine.
Yeah, I will give just one forewarning before we get into this. We usually have somebody running sheets and then another person doing OBS. So this stream is going to be a step down production wise compared to previous seasons, and we hope you understand.
But you know what? There's no HFFO, so it's a step up commentary wise.
Okay. But any and all complaints can be directed to the inbox of user Shawnee,
Correct.
the offend head.
You can also send them to me if you want. I'm used to it.
But without further ado, we should get started. The Thunder Bay Walleye are up with their first pick, and I believe both GMs are not able to make it, so they have Luke filling in as their representative.
This is like the first time learning that Luke was ever on Thunder Bay, which is crazy. But then in my head, I'm like, well, what team would I put him with in the J? And I guess Thunder Bay makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Maybe Luke is just being nice. So let's see who the Thunder Bay Walleye select.
Oh, no. Oh, good.
We've ran into our first technical difficulty encounter. So we are just going to talk a bit more.
Yeah, so sheet's broken, y'all.
Okay, this is the Season 86 draft, as we know. And the last season was Season 85.
Yeah. I would like to point out, hello for everyone here that's new. For those of you that are returning, I think you guys know that at least one catastrophic error has to happen per draft. We're getting it out of the way now, so, give us 5 minutes and then we'll be fine, probably. At least it didn't break in the middle of this draft like it usually does.
One can hope.
All right, so S85, QCC did what QCC do and won another cup, and then Ramen immediately said I'm out, which, to be fair, Gwen does all the work anyway, so what else is new? But I mean, winning with, what, how many rookies were on that QCC team? 9? Right? Their team was, like, legitimately half rookies, so crazy run there for the Citadels. And I feel like it shows that, with the right tactics, anyone can win regardless of TP. So for anyone that's getting drafted to a team that might be a bit lower TP, it might be in more of a quote-unquote rebuild. QCC was supposed to be in a rebuild last year, and they just won the cup. So
Honestly,
anything's
hats off
possible.
to them. I was really impressed to see them do that.
Yeah, it's I will tell you, as a Edmonton Blizzard player, Gwen is cracked on those tactics. Like, she is locked in. I don't know what she does.
I'm on Quebec for the IHF. And
Okay,
last
so
night,
yeah.
she was kind of just talking to herself, going over all the tactics.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, let me actually go pull it up. Yeah, started at 11. 11 o'clock flat. And she just started talking to herself until basically midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I believe it.
A lot of thought and effort goes into making those lines good and figuring out tactics and theory crafting as you may.
Oh yeah, and especially in IHF where it's really just kind of a gamble. I think more so just because it's the one and done, so it's a little more chaotic of a format, if you will.
Yeah.
Lets you experiment a little bit more than I think you could in either the J or the SHL. But
it's also
especially
really unforgiving with the eliminations. It's all single elim.
Oh yeah.
Can't make the micro adjustments, and it's tough there.
Welcome to the average Czechia experience. It hurts. It hurts real bad sometimes. Luke Goodwin could honestly, Luke's doing what he can, but like to your point, it's just you can go in with, you know, some of the highest TPE averages, but the IHF does not pick favorites.
Oh, that's a good point. We should
Unfortunately.
actually ping Luke and see if he might be able to help.
So we are continuing to try and fix the sheet. But I will say we got a pretty good class size this season,
Yeah.
right? I think we're running what was it, around 90?
Yeah, we're encroaching on 90. The sheet we have shows 86, but there was like a bunch of last minute creates, and I don't know if our sheet got updated or not.
That's
So it's a huge draft. And another good thing about this draft class is that there were tons of vacancies in the goalie position. Like last season, almost every single team had one, like they either had a inactive goalie or a emergency backup goalie.
Yeah.
And my last count, there was 16 goalies in this draft class.
That's
So
what it looked like, yeah.
yeah, every single goalie is going to find a home, and it's really exciting.
It is. It will be interesting if we do keep getting obviously goalie classes that size. I know it's the typical goalie class is usually about 8 to 10. But if we keep getting 16 goalies per class, then
Raf, I'm sorry,
could
Raf,
be a
can
little more.
you... Is Raf here? Raf is not here. Hold on. You continue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna DM you a link, Raf.
Yeah, it's just
Luke is
interesting because
asking
I
for
think
the sheet. Go on, be fine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. It is a thing where you could kind of get into a goalie backlog. I feel like it's just how it cycles, right? Is, you know, you'll have some seasons where unfortunately there's not enough room for every goalie, and then you'll have some people at position swap to a forward or defender. And then there's some seasons like last season where, to your point, you had people playing either inactives or emergency backups. So it is interesting to kind of see how it all ebbs and flows, and the impact that has on the SHL too. Because I mean, just looking at this class of goalies, you have a lot of very talented users that created as goalies. So it's going to be interesting to see how this impacts, you know, 4 or 5 seasons from now at the SHL level when they start going up to their spots. Just because I know goalie spots obviously cycle about every 4 seasons in J. They typically cycle about every 15 or so in the SHL, so it's a lot bigger of a window.
That also leads me to my first question. Do you think any of these goalies are going to swap to a forward position?
Probably.
Or a defender,
I
I
don't
guess.
know. I don't know who. I probably not off. They probably don't even know off the bat, but I wouldn't be shocked to see 1 or 2. I think the question's going to be: is it like a recreate or is it a first gen? I would imagine a lot of the recreates are going to stick with it, right? So like, you know, Toast, for example, has a Hall of Fame goalie. I think on this player, he's probably going to stick out with it. Carlson, for example, I think this is his 3rd player, and his first 2 were a defender and then a forward. So I think he wants the goalie experience on this run.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see a first gen doing it when they're like, hey, maybe this isn't kind of what I was looking for. I want to maybe have my, not to rehash the old meme, but maybe I want my TPE to matter a bit more. I'm going to switch to forward or defender, you know?
I'm not allowed to say that, or else Raph will threaten to leave.
Oh, Ramen always gets mad every time. But
but
he's probably not listening this time. It's all right. So it could be. I could see maybe like a first in doing it, but I would expect the majority to stick with it. Because I think Smith might be in the same boat as Carlson's. Of his first player was a defender, now forward with Johnny, and then now his current player is going to be a goalie. So I think some of the recreates are going to stick with it for sure.
mhm.
I will tell you
Um,
when I recreate, not going to go goalie.
same. Be
But
fine.
yeah,
Let's. If you want to change the subject, I have something
hit
else
me.
we can talk about.
What's up?
What are your thoughts about the IHF?
So I've always loved it,
Mhm.
right? Like the first job I ever got on the site was Japan co-head with
Oh, that's cool.
it was with Enham, who unfortunately is not on the site anymore, but season 59, um I got that job and I
That's a
had it
long time
for,
ago.
yeah, no, I'm aware. Almost 5 years ago. um but we ended up getting back-to-back gold medals, 59 and 60, which are the only two golds that Japan has ever had. And then started essentially an eternal blood feud with Artie, who is like a Czechia loyalist and always has been, because we beat Czechia in 59, and it was basically whoever wins that wins their first gold ever. Um, and Czechia is unfortunately still looking for their first, which is the team I joined in large part because of the meme, because I wanted to win a gold with Czechia to say, Artie, we finally got one, but your biggest rival got it as a player, so what are you going to do about it? But no, I've always loved it. I know it's gone back and forth, and it's had a very, interesting history, I think, throughout it. Like throughout the run on the site, but I think there's a lot of potential. I'll be honest, I haven't
You haven't been keeping up as much?
maybe I not as much as I used to, but that's just also because I've been so busy outside of the SHL that I
That's
take
fair.
the off season that I can. But
I brought it up because Raf here, our OBS slash draft sheets person, is recently became the
USA,
US
yeah,
Fed head. And
I
they
do.
recorded, I think, the fourth ever flawless run,
Oh dang,
no losses, yeah. And now they're tomorrow competing for their gold medal.
there we go. Who are they playing?
Who are they playing?
Yeah.
France.
So France is who knocked Czechia out. So that at
Yeah.
least if we're gonna lose, we're losing to a medalist. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, that's huge. I know, like, so obviously Cake's my Edmonton GM. Cake is a former USA Fed
Yes.
head. Um, Cake put a lot of work into that, and I know Raf's doing the exact same thing. But I will say I know Cake was like secretly like, I hope they pick Raf for this. Like, Raf is the best option, and glad to see the Cake was right. So
Mhm.
it'd be really cool to see them pull off the entire perfect run for sure.
Seeing Raf do it though, it makes me think of when we were both WJC GMs, and I remember I don't want to trash talk her too much, but Raf did not have a good time doing that. We
Hmm.
the both of us. I was Canada, I think black. We both
Yep.
had 0 wins that season, and we were like, okay,
Yep.
maybe this isn't for us.
So I did. I don't even remember because I think you guys both created around the 70s, right?
We both are season 79, season 80.
Okay. So I don't remember what season they did it, but I was only the WGCGM once, and it was the first season that they stopped doing like the Canada and USA splits and just did like a Team North America. And then like they
What?
threw like, yeah, and then there was like Team Ice on top of it, right? Which was like any of the other spares essentially that weren't on Team World. So I had the essentially overflow of USA and Canada that like was essentially, I think my highest TPE player was like 300, and then it was basically a bunch of like 250s.
Oh
And
man.
unsurprisingly, I think we lost every single game And granted,
That's not
I
fun.
also I also don't know what I'm doing in FHM. I will fully admit that. So we were just getting ragdolled the entire time. I'm like, this isn't. I don't think this is my vibe.
It's honestly a
Um,
valid strategy to just load up the J file and just see what Quebec is doing.
I mean, it's also valid to load up the J file or the SHL file and see what Edmonton's doing, and I
That's
wonder
true,
why
yeah.
that is.
And just to update you guys, we do have Luke. He's in chat right now, working on a fix for the sheet, and also Shawnee and Corey, and basically all the behind the scenes guys are working away. Sorry for
All
the
the important
delay,
people,
everyone. The brains are at work.
all the rich people. Pretty sure Luke's still number one in bank, right? I feel like he
Yeah.
has to be. So like 1.3 billion, I'd be shocked if it's above it. But if you want, while we're here, why don't you plug your favorite SMJHL team for the people?
Okay, I'm pretty partial to the Vancouver Whalers. There's not much to say about that. They drafted me. They also drafted Raph.
That's
Um,
true. Shawnee
but
Stinky.
I've had great encounters with a lot of them. A new GM duo, Ocho and now Cherith. I think that's how you say his name.
Oh,
Um,
for NL.
yeah, for Newfoundland Berserkers. I've known Ocho for years from other communities, and so it's cool that he is now GMing. I think. Oh, the sheet is working now. Okay, I guess we can get into it.
We can actually have a draft. Let's go. All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, without further ado, let's see who the Thunder Bay Walleyes selected with the first overall pick. A few more.
We need a drum roll. Oh, good.
Sheet. Okay, well, I think maybe I can do this.
We almost have the sheet. We're like, it's right there. Now we just need the sheet to actually feed into the tracker. That's what we're waiting on, I promise. We'll get there.
The suspense is killing me. It's killing us too. It's hard to talk about stuff. Do Jeopardy song.
I was gonna say I could. True. There's a couple J teams I could plug, but now I don't want to start plugging something. And all of a sudden, the first pick pops up, and it's like, oh well, never mind. Um.
What other new
Yeah, we got
teams
it.
are there?
Wait, it's there.
Oh, we got it.
We're good.
Oh,
All
the
right.
first pick is Mariano Martino, user Mike Mart.
Yeah. So Mike Mart. I will say I have one source that is big in the I guess technically S87 class, and they said if this person was not first overall, then the GMs are doing something wrong. So Mike Mart is a huge PBE user. I'm not personally in the PBE, but from what everyone says, they are like one of the favorites in the entire PBE community. So this seems like a really good pick for Thunder Bay. I know Mike Mart's been super active too in the rookie Discord, so this seems like a pretty slam dunk first overall for your Thunder Bay.
There's also something pretty interesting about Mike Mart. You did mention he's in the PBE. This is technically his third sim league. And despite that, this is the first minors draft that they're a part in, because in their other two leagues, they were waiver pickups. So just imagine the value that those other teams got picking up Mike off of a waiver list.
That is actually a really fun fact
Mhm.
that I did not know.
I think I signed up for the PB this past season, and I was a waiver pickup as well. Not that I'm incredibly active there, but still.
If I was more of a baseball person, I probably would. But
Nonetheless, let's move on now to pick number 2 with the Nevada Battleborn. And Nevada selects Scony McHitz Jr., user J 2019.
G2019. Yeah. Okay, so Scotty, I am very, very, very familiar with Scotty. So this is Scotty's, I believe, third SHL
Third,
player.
yes, third,
Scotty McHitz, and then Five Hole Steve.
yes.
So, big fan of Scotty. Former Detroit GM at one point. Former GM in ISFL. Former GM in SSL. Used to actually be my GM when I was on the SSL back in the day. Super chill guy, great locker room vibes. Like this is an absolutely great second overall pick for Nevada.
I will also
I
chime in. I
believe,
believe they're
yeah.
also a GM in the PBE, because
Okay, I
he did
believe it.
scout me this like a few days ago.
I would believe it.
He also
Yeah,
mentioned to
Scotty is
me that he's trying to complete the positional hat trick. So you kind of touched upon it, Scotty McHitz and Five Hole Siev.
got it. So
They're a
then this must
forward
be his
goalie.
defenseman.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. We're going to be seeing a lot of positional hat tricks, I think, here in
Mhm.
the first round, especially. But yeah, great pick. Scotty's a great guy. Should be a real good ad for Nevada.
Yeah,
And
Nevada's an amazing team.
now we go to St. Louis. So St. Louis, I will talk on them a bit as the least active member of their war room. Um, Nevada. So St. Louis obviously had their core that won 3 cups. Basically carried by Kicks Tactics, and struggled a bit last year as they went into their rebuild, and knowing it was going to be a pretty hard rebuild. And it's nice to see like Toasterson stepping up a lot because, you know, he's finally getting his wings under him. It's like a new co. We have like some other people that are learning tactics, so it's definitely a transitional time for St. Louis, but there is a lot of optimism on that team. And Jimmy, Toaster, they've got a great thing going. So whoever they're going to add, I'm sure is just going to be a great fit for what they're building towards in the future. And that person
Yeah,
is.
definitely.
I know, I just ramble. It's fine. Kevin Broadway, user Toast. Now I get to ramble even more about Toast. So, Toast is legitimately one of my favorite people on the site. Is actually a large reason I'm even still on the site because he traded for me back in '65 and really helped, you know, reignite my passion for the SHL when I was feeling kind of burnt out by it. And I mean, we were on San Fran together for like ever for 10+ seasons. He's super nice, super chill. We'll talk about anything like wrestling, Pokemon, his cats, the great city of Ottawa, the
He,
Senators, which I don't know why you'd want to talk about Senators, but
sorry to chime in. He was the
yeah,
former co of San Fran, right?
he was the former GM of San
Oh,
Fran. He has been even before that. So before he was in San Fran, he was the GM of Maine. Um,
Okay.
during the time when Maine was getting ragdolled in the playoffs every year by NL. And I know he's gonna get mad at me for bringing that up, but I do not care because I have a meme for it somewhere that I'll just send him again. But I mean, Toast has been in the league since like S4 or like
Oh wow.
S3. He's like an OG. Used to GM like I think like Minnesota way back in the day in like the 30s with HFFO. Like he's been around forever. So Kevin Broadway, I don't know if he is the like quote unquote son of Brett Broadway, which is this Hall of Fame goalie that he had with Edmonton. Um, I'm guessing he is, but Toast will probably tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, it is interesting to see a goalie go at 3, but like if there's anyone that's worth going through overall, regardless of position, it's Toast. Like huge ad. Like someone that will help transform an entire locker room. So this is a great pick for St. Louis.
Let's move on now to the 4th overall pick with Maine Timber. Last season, we saw Wannabe Finn take a lot of recreates almost exclusively. So it's going to be curious to see if he also does that this draft. But it doesn't look like he has any picks other than this.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. It's knowing how Finn typically operates, I'm not surprised. Although I think, wait, that should be 5, right? Yeah,
Sorry?
because Finn's got. Oh, is the draft order wrong? Am I dumb?
He has a pick in round 5, but
Oh,
at that point, you're probably not getting any recreates, you know?
well, no, I'm thinking. Wait, is the draft order? I might be reading it wrong. It's fine because GFG's 4, right? Or am I
Yeah.
wrong? Okay.
And let's see who they picked. They selected Winnie Lorson, user Uptown Cord.
Yeah, so Uptown Cord is the current GM of the Minnesota Monarchs. And honestly led Minnesota to one of their best seasons in a long time last year. Um, yeah, he really came in and kind of helped transform that entire Minnesota locker room. I know him and Matt, who is part of the St. Louis War Room and currently Minnesota's they've done a lot to take what was admittedly a bit of a floundering franchise, and they've really turned it around. And there's a lot of optimism around Minnesota right now. So I'm imagining what GFG is looking for is him to kind of do the same thing there. Not to say GFG is necessarily floundering, but when you have someone that's that strong of a personality that is, that valued as a community member, it's someone that you absolutely want to take it this high in the draft.
I now
For
see
sure.
what you were trying to say before. The
Yeah.
draft board is broken.
What else is new?
Okay.
So it is. So is it Maine or is it GFG?
Okay,
Okay,
that's fine. Let's blame Shawnee.
I'll blame Shoddy. So it's technically Maine, right? Then I mean the point stands either way. Uptown. Okay. Either way, I mean Maine, GFG, whatever team, Cord's going to be a huge part of it regardless. Although to your point, Noxu, which now makes a lot more sense, it is another recreate for wannabe Finn's home of recreates. So
Yes, that's what I was getting.
yeah, okay.
I
I
just
now
understood what
understand.
you meant. Okay.
Yep. All right, we're good. We got it. Yeah,
But
great pick, great pick.
yeah, Uptown Court is a great guy. Let's move on. Now we have the Great Fall Grizzlies with the 5th overall pick.
Now we have actual GFG. I have a guess here, and I will not spoil it, but I will say if I was right or not. I won't lie, I
Okay.
promise. But I'm just going off lore here.
Okay.
And I was right. All right.
The
So,
Grizzlies, they selected Kellen Chamberlain, user Chevy.
so for Raph, for Natsu, for everyone that wasn't around when GFG and what was Regina is now Thunder Bay were first created back in the S60s, I think 62. Chevy was the one that created GFG, if I remember correctly. Either that or was just very involved with it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm like 99% sure I'm right on that. So very big part of that GFG team. Really helped get them where they are now. It's a pretty slam dunk pick. I mean, he's been around forever. His first player was Strom Chamberlain, who, if he's not in the Hall of Fame, which I believe he is, he should be. And then just had John Peanut, who was on, I believe, Montreal for most of his career. I believe Peanut was a defenseman, but I know Strom was a goalie, so it's cool to see Chevy going back to goalie. Builds very good goalies. This should be a really, really good ad. Very interesting to see 2 goalies in the top 5 and also 0 forwards. But with this strong of a goalie class, I am unsurprised.
For Chevy, I actually talked to him in DMs before the draft, and he said he wanted to do 2 truths and 1 lie for you
Okay.
as well as the people in YouTube chat.
Oh boy.
So here they are. He has GM'd in all 4 branches of the SHL and has been in 3 out of 4 of HOs at the same time. They have performed in New York City at Carnegie Hall.
Okay.
And they've never flown an aircraft. So what do you think are the truths and lies? Or the truths and the 1 lie? And that goes the same for anyone in chat.
So NYC at Carnegie Hall, never flown an aircraft. Never flown in an aircraft?
I've never flown in an aircraft.
And what was the first one again?
They've GM'd all 4 branches of the SHL and been in 3/4 of the HOs at the same time.
When did he GM the SHL? I remember the other 3, and I remember him being in all the HOs at the same time. I'm gonna go with the first one because I just don't remember him as an SHL GM.
Okay. And let's see if anyone in chat has their idea. I was able to guess it first try, and he said he'd say it in chat if he was around, but I think he's not around.
That's fair. I'm just trying to think. I remember him as all of the other ones, just not the SHL GM.
Spartan Gibbles says, "Fun trivia. I've drafted Chevy 3 times in the SMJHL."
Yeah, see, that I believe.
Geekazoid says number 3 is a lie.
Which that's same.
That's
yeah.
the never flown in a plane.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, when did he GM the SHL? Because I just do not remember that. I remember every other spot he had. That's the one that's leaving my brain right
now. Okay, I will just answer it now. It is number 3. That's the lie.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
that just means he has flown in an aircraft, so that kind of makes sense.
I'm just gonna ask him. Whatever. Hold on.
Let's move on though. We have pick number 6 up next with the Yukon Malamutes. Malamutes, yeah.
Yeah. So Yukon, and this will be an interesting draft for Yukon because we all kind of know what one of their picks is later. Spoilers, but I am very curious to see who they pick here. To kind of partner with their later pick, if you will.
Yukon selects Jaeger Erickson, user Sinnesia.
I think it's, yeah, that's fair. I believe so. That is one of the new gen or new creates.
Yeah, they are a new create. I believe he was just on the SMJHL tonight.
Was he?
Unless my memory is going, I think so.
Well, very cool. Interesting. So second new gen so far out of 6 picks. I will say it's
That's
um,
impressive considering how strong the recreates
yeah,
are.
it is. And UConn has a very good scouting department, so I know this is going to be a really good pick. And UConn does like to go pretty heavy into the new creates, so should be a really good pick. So congratulations on joining UConn.
Next up, we have Carolina Kraken with pick number 7. And Carolina selects No Face, user No Face. This is another
So
new
No
gen user
Face, correct. No Face has been incredibly active in the
in the
rookie
rookie Discord.
chat. Like one of the most active people in there. Period. Never mind just the new creates. Um, seems like a really really good person. Kari does a really good job at scouting and is another one of those teams that really likes to lean in on grabbing the first gens versus the recreates. Carolina's a really good spot, so I know No Face is going to have a really good time over there for sure.
Yeah, Carolina, I've heard, is a very fun locker room. Kari's great. The rest of the locker room is also great. No Face had a fun
And,
fact for us that he passed his driving test not wearing any shoes, just went with socks.
hell yeah, I love
That made
that.
me think. I think I read a Reddit thread about someone taking their driving test and they didn't wear socks or they didn't wear shoes. They only wore their socks for it because they were able to feel the pedals better. And it makes me think: is
I
this
was,
the same guy?
I hope so. That's so funny.
Okay, let's go on to pick number 8 with the Newfoundland Berserkers.
I fun fact, and that
Yeah.
was the first team that I was ever drafted by.
Wow.
47th overall in the S58 draft, I believe. So I have a lot of love for that NL team, and I know, like you said, I know you mentioned it at the start, but Ocho and Cherith are doing a lot of good work over there. So I'm excited to see who they pick up, and it
And
looks like this makes sense.
Ryder
Yeah.
Halak II, user Slicer user.
So Slicer, former Chicago Co. Last player was Alexandros Mograine, who was on Carolina, I believe.
Yes.
So with Ocho being also ex Carolina, it makes sense that they're gonna grab Slicer. Great user, super active. I believe also former HO, on top of being former.
Yes, he did a stint
Yeah.
after he stepped down.
Yep.
And he was
So
very involved. It was really impressive. He actually
yeah.
only got in as an intern, but then he had to. There was an emergency in HO, and he had to step up to be like a full-time HO for that season. So Slicer's a great guy. Love him so much.
Yeah, for sure. Really, really great user. That's going to be a really good ad for that NL team for sure.
Let's continue on with Anchorage Armada with pick number 9.
And Ank, I believe this is their first draft with their new GM, correct?
Well,
Pretty sure.
yes, because I think he just stepped down.
Correct.
So
So, brand new GM for Anchorage, and I'm curious to see who their first pick they make is. And it looks like they have gone with Marcus Kinnick, user Operation Ivy. So, Operation Ivy's been, I believe this is their second player. Really good user, very active. Honestly, just a really, really solid pick for Anchorage here at 9. Only the third forward off the board in 9 picks, which is interesting to me.
it's pretty
But
even
it's
so far. 3 forwards, 3
true.
goalies, 3 defenders.
It is actually crazy how good it is. So yeah, it's a really good pick for Anchorage, and really a good pick to set the foundation for what they're going to start building over there. Ivy's fantastic, so really good job for Anchorage, and congratulations to Ivy.
I got to talk to Ivy a little bit as well. Their player's name, Kinnick, was inspired by Niall Kinnick, which was a 1939 Heisman Trophy at the University of Iowa. And as well, they were a United States Navy pilot during
Is that that
during
must
World War II. Yeah.
so that's why the stadium's Kinnick Stadium. Okay, I actually never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a pretty big history fan. I know there's a few other history fans in this draft that I talked to.
I mean, I'm always down for that.
Yeah, I mean, history is fun.
I agree. And now we move on from the past to the future and pick 10 with Ottawa. So Ottawa's also in the same boat where they kind of know what one of their future picks is. Spoilers. Hi, Frenchie. Um, but we'll have to see who ends up kind of getting paired with Frenchie here at pick 10. Ottawa does a good job at scouting. Very similar to teams like Carolina, where they like to prioritize a lot of first gens. So very curious to see who they grab.
And the pick is in. They select Emmanuel Maximova, user Enigmatic.
Yes. So I say that, and then they pick a recreate. So thanks, Frenchie. No. So Annie is amazing. Last player was Elena Maximova, who was a defenseman for Lap during like their peak, and was their best defenseman in my opinion. On top of that, so really good at building players, really great locker room person, just very nice, great vibes. Like I cannot say enough good things about Annie. Going to be a really, really good pick here for sure. That's just a slam dunk, honestly, for Ottawa.
Let's continue with Nevada Battleborn with the 11th overall pick. This is Nevada's second pick of the draft. I think this is the first repeat we have so far.
I believe it is.
Their first pick, they went for a recreate. So let's see who they're going with now. It looks like they picked June Grumathin, user Grum.
Yeah, another recreate. Grum is great. So this is at least their third player. And I believe both of their last two were on Buffalo. Really, really good at building players. Really good locker room vibes. Has also been running the casino for like ever.
Oh, this
Like
is casino guy. Okay.
yeah, as long as I remember the casino being a thing, Grum's been running it. So it's a really good ad for sure. Always loved Grum. I think Grum's gonna fit in really well in Nevada and what they're building. Yeah, I just should be a really good pickup for sure. And especially as a defenseman, Grum is fantastic at building defenders. So
Moving on, we have pick number 12 with the Colorado Raptors.
yes, I believe Colorado's first pick of the
Yeah, this
draft
is their
for them.
first pick so far. It's going to be interesting what angle they go with. There's still a lot of really good recreates on the board. There's still some
And also a
promising
lot of
new
really
gens.
good first gens, yeah.
Yeah.
And at pick 12.
Pick 12, an interesting pick. Abigail Gotze, user Burb. It's a goalie. So is this
Um,
the fourth goalie we're seeing so far
I
in the first round?
believe
Really
third
impressive.
goalie. I think it's Toast, Chevy, and now Burb.
Oh, I can't
Um,
count. I
it's
can't count.
counting's overrated. Burb is fantastic. So I was on Calgary with Burb at the tail end of their last player, Orange Cone's career. Which, side note, great name. Love Cone was fantastic. Yeah, Burb's great, super chill, always great to have in the locker room. I believe their player before Cone was a goalie, and I just don't remember their player's name, unfortunately. Burb was also at one point either IHF or WJC commish, and I just am not remembering which one currently, but like former commish over one of those two leagues. Super
I
great
think
pick,
it might
super
have
great
been
person.
IHF because I do
Okay,
remember they have a lot of pinned messages in IHF HO. So
okay,
it seems
that
like they
makes
knew
sense
what they were
then.
doing over there.
Yep. So then, yeah, just I Burb is someone I can't say enough good things about. Really good pick here for Colorado for sure.
I've had some really fun conversations with him, both just in DMs and also in the rookie server. The fun fact that they told me was that they're technically the second worst first overall player in SHL history.
Interesting.
And okay, you might be asking, what do you mean? How do you get that metric? I asked him that. He said it's TP wise and according to Luke. And the person who's first overall in like the first worst is someone from season 2.
Which I
So
mean, it's season 2. What are you gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah. So don't worry, Burr, but you're the worst in our hearts.
That's true.
Moving on, we have Detroit. This is another, I think, newer GM that has come forward in the last couple seasons.
Yes. A new GM duo on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing a lot, and they had a really good run last season too. So they came in and were,
Gosh. I,
immediately making noise.
I'm so proud of Evil. He really he went against the Titans in Quebec and almost made it all the way through.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
that's the future is very bright in Detroit, and I'm excited to see who they're going to add to it.
let's see who they select. Sarton Mont Louis, user Zerg.
I'm glad they're just giving me all the recreates now because my voice is
Yeah,
going
this
to be
is
shot by
your
the end
cup
of
of
this first
tea. Yeah.
round. So is great. This is Zerg's third player. Their first player was actually part of the same draft class as me, S59, and we ended up in Edmonton together. And then their last player was the goalie for Lab, whose name I will not even attempt to pronounce because that thing is like 30 letters long. And I'm pretty sure like broke the index. But was Lap's goalie during Lap's peak. Very, very good user. Great to be around. Big Blue Jackets fan, which I always respect. Love me some Blue Jackets. So it's a really great grab here. Zerg's gonna fit in great. It's interesting to see the Ohioan end up in Michigan, but you know what? We're just not gonna talk about it.
Zerg also gave me some interesting things to talk about on stream. But my favorite was that he met his wife by playing D&D in college.
I believe that fully. That's not a negative. I just believe that fully.
I just find that really cool. And I know that there's a lot of people that do play D&D in the SHL.
Yeah, I need to get back on my campaign. I
You
am
can
one of
always
those, but
join
my campaign is
Vancouver.
stalled.
I know Vancouver runs it quite frequently.
Yeah, but who's the DM?
Tubba, I think.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, if it's not Shawnee, I'll deal.
Is it? I don't know. I've never been. I just see Tubba in the VC.
That's fair.
You didn't hear Raph, but Raph said she thought it was someone
No,
else.
yeah,
Let's move
yeah,
on
that's fair.
though. Next up, we have a San Diego title with pick number 14. This is their first pick so far this draft. And they select
Oh, it's so hard to see.
Snow Pappy, user El Pappy.
So El Papi is a first gen, which would make this first gen number, I believe, 4
This
out
is
of
a
the
pretty new
14.
create. I'm not seeing them on my sheet. So let me find them.
Let me do some research real quick. I'm wondering, it looks like they joined the rookie Discord today. I think.
Yeah, but they already did fill out their interested prospects,
Well,
and
good
they
for them.
said Snow Pappy is a little snow creature from Hokkaido. El Pappy is a human-sized creature from San Diego.
There we
Important
go.
distinction. I
I
love
love
that.
that.
I'm very surprised though. This is a person that looks like they joined like 3-4 hours ago, just today. And I guess they've already made an impression on San Diego to be going in
Well,
the
good
first
for them.
round.
It's
Yeah.
I trust. I like what San Diego's building. So if they must have had a good conversation, and I think it's gonna be a great pick.
I mean,
Um,
just reading that in IP thread, we both laughed right away from it. I think this guy has a great sense of humor, and he must have just there must have been a connection that sparked. So, really excited. Um, we have a trade alert.
are you gonna do it? Oh yeah, that's so good.
To recap, Carolina is receiving season 86 Detroit first, which is 15th overall, and season 86 Detroit third, which is 47 overall. And in return, Detroit receives season 86 Carolina third round pick 39 overall, and season 86 Great Fall Grizzlies second pick, which is 20 overall. So just a bit of shuffling of positions.
And
And
with that, that means it is now Carolina that is on the board. All right, there we go. We got Carolina on the board. So they picked No Face, who's a first gen earlier, and now we get to see, do they pick a? I have a feeling I know who they're gonna pick, but I'm curious to see if they go first gen again or recreate. That's not who I thought, but that is a very, very, very good choice. So they pick Spyro Chorus, user Greek God. I'm honestly kind of surprised Greek God fell this low. So very, very good user. I believe active. I want to say PBE. If I remember correctly, but let me just double check I gotta check my notes. Um,
while you're checking that, I did have the chance to speak to him a little bit before the draft. He mentioned he's really interested in doing media and graphics. And he talked about how he created the graphic for his player already, and he was really invested in that. So I'm really excited to see if he stays around. I recommended maybe checking out the card team. It's a good way to make money, and if you like graphics, that's a good way to go.
yeah, Greek, if you're looking for a graphics job, hit me up because there's a ton of them, and I am technically the job coordinator. So if you're looking for a job, let me know. I can get you in front of the right people. But yeah, um, I know there are teams that were like that had already picked that were really high on Greek, so I am really surprised they fell to 15. This seems like a huge steal for Carolina and absolutely worth a move up for them for sure because I can't imagine they were going to fall much farther.
Moving on, we have Quebec City Citadels with the 16th overall pick, rounding out the first round.
Our champions that we talked about at the start of the draft. Um, Curious to see who Gwen and the team are cooking up.
And the pick is in. Quebec selects Blaze Kin, users Eagle 1.
If I remember correctly, and Gwen will happily tell me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn at least one of Zeagle's last two players were on QCC. I don't remember if it was Mewtwo and I don't remember if it was Jigglypuff, but one of the two of them was on QCC. But yes, those are the last two players that Zeagle had. Mewtwo, who was a forward for Baltimore mostly, and then Jigglypuff, who was part of the Atlanta dynasty. Very good user, also very active. I know at least in ISFL, I'm sure in other leagues as well. Yeah, just a great ad for Quebec here at the end of the first. Not a surprise at all that Zeagle's going where he's going. So, congratulations to Zeagle and QCC.
And technically, joining Quebec gives you the best chance to win a cup.
That you're not wrong. I don't think we're supposed to say it, but I don't think you're wrong.
Do you want to take a small break before round 2, or do you want to keep going?
We have to keep rolling. We're already
Okay.
behind because of the. Maybe we'll take a break after 2.
Starting in the second round, we have Nevada Battleborn with the 17th overall pick.
So they've gone 2 defensemen so far, 2 recreate defensemen. So my guess here, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but my guess is they're going to go forward here.
Another recreate, you think? You reckon?
I'm going to go first and forward. That's my guess.
Okay. And let's see who they select. They select
All right.
Matthew Mouse, user Afensta.
So Affinsta is a recreate, but it was forward, so I'm going to take my half credit there. So Affinsta, I believe their 3rd SHL player, if I remember correctly. I drafted their first one to Edmonton, and it was either S61 or S62, and then their last player was on Nevada, so they're going back home, which is always exciting. And I believe their last player's name was I Stir My Pudding, which is also a great name. So, yeah, great person. I loved when I scouted them back in the day. I'm assuming they're just as good of a person now as they were then. Good pick for Nevada. It's always nice when you can bring your former players back to the team. So, great pick to start round 2 for Nevada.
Moving on, we have Ottawa picking for the second time this draft.
Now, I don't remember
18th overall pick.
This is where I get to remember the GM rules, because I don't remember if this is the pick that is required or if it's pick 30, and I guess we'll find out shortly. I could have sworn it was this one. Okay, it's 30. I'm wrong. Cool. So they Ottawa selects Simo Haya, user Mertzy. Now Mertzy is a first gen. I do know that much.
He is listed as a recreate.
Oh, am I wrong?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. I'm wrong often, so don't take too much into that.
He created back in 2020 and has.
Oh, wow.
He found success in the 50s, the S50s. Won a 4-star cup in season 53 and won some WJC golds in 57, 58.
That is before my time, which is why I don't know it. I apologize. Well, congratulations, Mertzy, on going to Ottawa. I'm sure this is going to be a great pick there for Frenchie. I mean, when you have someone that, to Knox's point, has had success already in the SHL at any level. I mean, it's hard to win any of the 4 trophies, if you will. So
it's really tough.
It is. So, huge ad there for Ottawa here at the top.
I talked to Mertzy a little bit as well in DMs. They're Finnish, and I know there's a few other Finnish people in this draft.
Yes, there are.
They spent 15 years living abroad in Asia from the ages 1 to 16.
That's actually really cool.
I was really impressed by that.
Very cool.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. He spent time in Japan, Singapore, and I want to say China.
So cool.
But yeah, it's awesome.
Very jealous.
Moving on, though, we got the Thunder Bay Walleye with pick number 19.
Can I just say, and it's not their fault, but every time I see it, I want to say Tampa Bay, and that's
Oh,
just the hockey
it's
brain in me. But it gets me every single time, and I've told Yosh the same thing, but it it always gets me. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Tampa Bay. It's not Tampa Bay, but
it
joining their
happens.
team.
SMJHL Draft at this point.
Oh, that was a sudden switch. Okay. So joining them is Dean Youngblood, the user Figgy. So Figgy, definitely recreate. I believe they were the former
Yeah,
Anchorage
they were the former
GM.
Anchorage GM. They stepped down, and you'll see
Yes,
Anchorage had 2 picks later in,
but I'm
like,
sure they wanted Figgy with one of them. Yeah,
yeah,
25 and 26. Um, yeah, that's a great, great, great pickup. Figgy is very well respected within both the SMJHL and the SHL. Should be a really good ad for Thunder Bay. Should combo really well with Mike Mart. So I always like when you get combos of recreates and first gens. Um, Personally, I always kind of like the vibes that it can bring in. So it's a really good move there for the Walleye at 19.
and it is worth mentioning that Figgy is, I think, the co-head of Team Canada in the
Huh.
IHF,
I did
and
not know that, but that is
I
very
don't
cool.
think he stepped down from that position, only the Anchorage.
Gotcha. I did not know that, but that is very cool. Canada is almost one of the best teams every single season, so
They did have a really rough season this time around in the
they'll be
IHF.
fine. They'll be fine next season. It's Canada; they always bounce
Yeah,
back.
they're filled to the brim with talent. So,
That they are. That
um,
they are.
continuing on, we got Detroit again with pick number
Yes,
20.
the pick that they traded down for with Carolina. Curious to see who they preserved with. Be kind of funny if it was another person from Ohio.
And
And
they
they
select Kuil, user Tom Tommen.
Yes, Tom Tommins is great. So his last player was I believe it was Tom Pedersen. Might have mispronounced that. Um, but I played with him on Calgary when I was there. Super great guy, super chill. Um, Pretty quiet, but will definitely speak up when you need him to. Earns well, builds good players. He's great person just to have around in the locker room for sure. So really good pickup there by Detroit. One of my favorites for sure. Like one of the people I absolutely enjoyed the most when I was in Calgary.
Continuing on, we have a pick number 21 with the Great Fall Grizzlies. This is the Grizzlies' second pick of the draft.
Yes. They have their goalie, and now they need to put someone in front of them.
How funny
Get
would it be if they
excited when
picked
I.
another goalie?
That would be funny. Okay, good
It
pick.
looks like they picked Tim Riggins Jr., user Jirim.
Yes, so Jerem has also been around forever. I believe also a former Anchorage GM, if I remember correctly. Granted from further back than Figgy, but I want to say in like the S50s, possibly into the S60s, was the Anchorage GM. Believe took over from Ascalep, who's the current Philly GM, if I have my history correct. Great user, super active. Um, Always earns well, always makes good players. Like this is a really good pick for GFG. And what's looking like a really strong draft for them so far.
And I will just chime in that they weren't just the Anchorage GM. They GM and co-GM'd 4 teams total.
Okay, I was just
So he's been around.
yeah, I believe it. And usually when you have someone that's around that long, they have a lot of respect, especially when they keep getting GM spots. No, GM's a great pick here. Absolutely. And from there, we move back on to Ottawa for their third pick. So they have 2 forwards. Funny enough, a center and a left wing. And I know that you don't always play the position that you're set to for forwards, but it would be kind of cool to see them pick a right wing here, and then you have a line of the future, if you will.
Yes. Sorry, I was just looking at the trades to see if we had any coming up.
You're good, because I was right. So they have drafted Siggy Holmvik, user at Brandon. So first of all, I know it's a recreate. I would like to point out, great name. You are, I think, technically now the second best Brandon that is in the SHL. So congratulations. And welcome to the club. We will mail you your
That
card.
person is a recreate, like you said. They're an OG member from season 1.
I believe it.
They used to co-GM the Platoon back in the day, and they were
Okay.
the founders of the Buffalo Stampede.
I did not know that one. That's actually really cool. So that would have been the Platoon back when they were still in West Kendall. Very cool. Yeah. I know they've been super heavy into like graphics already, which is great because that's a great revenue source. So should be a really good pickup here for Ottawa in the second round.
Yeah, honestly, an amazing second round pick. Let's continue on. We have pick number 23 from the Carolina Kraken.
Yes. 2 first gens so far. So this could be the point where Carolina starts looking recreate. I wouldn't be shocked if they do a third first. Yeah, I know. They'll probably do a third one, but it could happen. I don't know. They did pick James with like their first or second overall pick.
But that's James.
You never know. Like I know. Yeah, that's he is an outlier.
Let's see who Carolina selects. They select Morbin Norman, user more than just a guy. It is a new gen user.
I would like to point out you were right. I will give you that.
I talked to them a little bit before the draft. I'm not sure if this is a joke or if he was messing with me, but they told me that they watch Morbius every night before they fall asleep.
I hope that's not a joke, because that's so funny.
If that is a joke, no. I think they're gonna fit in Carolina. But
yeah, even if it's not a joke, I think they'll fit in Carolina. I think either way, they're in their home. No, that's great. So congratulations. Carolina's a great spot. And I really like what they're building with this draft. I mean, I feel like I say that every single Carolina draft I call, but they're really, really good at developing first gens. So. And from there, we move on to pick 24, which is Newfoundland again. And I'm sure, as it happens every single time I call a draft, I'm going to get someone that DMs me telling me I'm saying Newfoundland wrong, but I do not care. DM me all you want.
In one of my first drafts, I called them like Nevada, or I got the two mixed up.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just remember like when I first joined there's some people that really made it a point of like it's not new, it's Newfoundland, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not saying that. And I'm pretty sure one of them actually lived out in NL, and I'm like, listen, you're probably right. Here I am. I'm in Texas. We don't pronounce anything, right?
Let's see who they select, though, with the 24th overall pick. And that is, oh, God, Hansueli
I believe
Hugentobler.
Yeah. Great name.
User Palace Policy.
Yes, another first. Is it recreate? Oh, I'm dumb. Man, I'm throwing today. Okay.
Whoa. Maybe they are a new gen. On my sheet, it says they're a recreate, but they joined the site in 2025 in October. So I guess their first player didn't work out for them, and they're
Yeah.
coming back for a second go.
Yeah. I will say I know they are in the rookie Discord. I'm very excited to be a Newfie, which is great. I will tell you, as someone whose first ever team was Newfoundland, you're in a good spot. Love that team. Still love that team.
Yeah, Ocho and Raj, and I guess now it's Sheriff. They are really trying to shake things up in Newfoundland. I know in the
Yep.
locker room and war room. So you're going to get the chance to be part of that and build it from the ground up, which is really exciting.
There are so many stories I can tell about old Newfoundland.
I know.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to on stream.
I have a fair amount of like the old
Was,
Newfoundland players in Chicago.
yeah, that's true. You've got can only imagine. I mean, yeah, because Nike's even part of it.
Hmm. Nike,
Yeah.
Corey, Juke. I have them all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess technically Juke and Corey aren't on the team, but
I mean, Corey, they were both GMs, so I
yeah.
mean, they know. It's a great
Fun
spot. It's
fact.
a really good team.
Fun fact about Palace. They are a morning person, and they said that their peak performance hours occur between 10:30 a.m. and 11:15 a.m.
And here we are, 10 p.m. Eastern. The opposite of peak performance.
Unless he meant 10:30 p.m. to 11:50 a.m. It was a bit ambiguous, but I
That's fair. Well, either way, congratulations on being drafted to NL. And we
moving
still have a
on.
lot of we have a
Yeah.
lot of really big names left.
We have the first and I think the only back-to-back pick of the draft with Anchorage,
That is what it looks like.
25 and 26. Let's see who they select. Up first at 25th, they select Doot user Standarden.
I believe. What do your notes say? 'Cause
That
my
is
notes
a
say
new
first
gen.
gem.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong last time. I didn't. All right. First of all, Doot is a 10 out of 10 name.
Lovely name.
So I love it. Love the pick just on name and principle.
And I didn't really get to talk to them much. They are a new gen, and the only thing they told me that was interesting about themselves that they have 11 toes.
Oh, hey, I
So
feel like you buried the lead on that one a bit. That's super cool. That's so cool. All right, yeah, that's. Hey, you know what? That's gotta be some kind of advantage out on the ice, right?
we're balanced, yeah.
There you go. So you don't even need to put TP into it anymore. You got it naturally. Problem solved. 5 ballots
Moving
forever. You're
on,
good.
let's see who they select with their second in the back-to-back at pick 26.
Yeah.
They
You want to take that
select
one?
Peter. That's Peter Mashavarnje.
That's probably better than I could have done. So
I think the
I'll
first one
give
is supposed to be Peter, or
yeah.
like that's a Russian, and then Mashvenirji. User Mick Lumberjack. It's a new gen user. Fun fact about them: they were actually referred to the league by No Face. No Face went
Oh,
pretty
really?
early in the first round, and they said that they are first round material available at third round prices.
There you go. Hey,
So he knows it, but
I love it. I love it. No, that's really cool. It's always nice when, you have someone join and before they even get drafted, they're like, yeah, I want my friends in on this. Absolutely. I think it's really just a testament to the SHL in general and what we've all helped build here,
yeah, it's a really fun experience to have with friends. I was recruited alongside some people from a different community, like Ocho was one of them. And now both Ocho and I are GMs in different leagues, and it's really fun. So
I think the coolest experience I've had, not to ramble too much, but winning a 4-star with my girlfriend and then winning a challenge cup with now my wife, and the evolution of that is obviously
Same person, right?
Very cool. Yes. I don't think I would have brought it up if it was different. But yeah, same person.
No,
We
that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore it, and it's also cool that it was both of us over two different players too. Like it was our first players
Wow.
for the 4-star, second players for the challenge. We're gonna ignore that my player is more important than hers, at least for the challenge cup one. But first pair defenseman, backup goalie. It's what are you gonna do?
Let's
But
continue on with the Thunder Bay
yes.
Walleye with pick number 27.
So
They're
they have a defenseman and a
third pick.
center. Yeah. Could go goalie if they need one. Um, Other than
I
that,
think
I
all
feel
the
like they're
teams
pretty
need
open.
goalies.
Yeah, that's fair. There's some good ones still out there.
Let's see who they select, though. They select Alex Bull, user Celltrace. It's a new gen user. Um, I talked to them a little bit, as I do with a lot of the players. I try to get to everyone. They mentioned they're a huge hockey nut, and they can name almost every player on every team in the NHL.
That's very impressive. I am
That's
envious of that.
crazy. It's a crazy skill.
I don't even know if I can name every player on like my favorite team at this point. That's just how it's tough sometimes. Like I can get the big ones, but once you start getting to like the fourth liners, that's crazy impressive.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
that's
this
huge.
guy's good at fantasy hockey.
Oh, I bet. Or what was the thing? What was that thing that I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but where like the grid, you know,
The
where it's like name a
grid.
player that played for like
Oh,
Buffalo
that
and
he would be a
yeah,
monster at that.
what's it called, Ralph? Yeah,
Puck
Puckdoku.
Doku.
Yeah,
It's like the Wordle of hockey players.
yeah, man, I used to do that all the time. Yeah, this guy's got to clean up a Puckdoku. There's no way. Yeah, huge ad then. You gotta love
Moving
adding the hockey notes.
moving on, we have Quebec with the 28th overall pick.
Can I just say thank you for being the one to pace this because otherwise I would ramble for
I
like
know.
10 minutes a pick, and I appreciate it.
And let's see who Quebec selects. Matthias Vamos, user Salming. So
Yes.
recreate.
So yeah, Salming. Believe their last player was Boris Salming, if not last. One of the players was Boris Salming. In my head, they're always associated with Seattle. They build very good players. I know they were very beloved by the Seattle locker room. So should be a really good ad here for QCC, especially this late into the second. Um, just a great user. Really good pickup for the Citadels.
And I just want to chime in. I looked at YouTube chat. I want to just echo what Kami is saying. For all the people that are brand new to the SHL, the best way to make money early on is by doing your rookie tasks.
That is true.
There's a few tasks you can do. It includes one graphic. You can even do something as basic as a stick figure, I think, for that, because it
I
just teaches you
believe
how to
that's what I
upload
did.
graphics.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe that's what I did.
I made mine a picture of my render holding up a cup, and I just went in MS Paint and I just colored his shirt to be
There we
Vancouver
go.
colors.
There we go.
It ended up being the biggest jinx of my life.
Tragic.
Jinxing that we'd win the cup, but still,
Hey,
you
what
should
are
do
you
your
gonna do?
tasks. If it's they're fun, they're easy, and you don't have to worry about earning for a while.
And you also only get one chance to do them. So if you don't do them now,
That's
you're not
true.
doing them again.
Also, while we're at it, we might as well just also remind you to do your deep dives. They're 500
Correct.
word top about any topic that is relevant to the SHL. Raph did hers about. I hope she doesn't get mad at me. She slammed every single team's what do you call it? Their logos,
Uh,
their branding.
Brutal.
But we can continue on.
I believe I know this pick. If I'm right on what the rules are, I this should be the pick I'm thinking it is.
I think this is the only pick it could be.
Show me Flu.
It is Flu. User Hannah Soderberg Motla.
Yeah, so Flu has been around the league for a while. Has been the Yukon GM for possibly all of its history. I might be wrong on that, but like I think ever since they made the move from Anaheim, it's been Flu. But again, I could be wrong. No, Flu's great. I shared a locker room with him in Chicago at one point.
I currently share a locker room with him in Chicago.
There you go. Big Yabis energy. Do they still spam the two Yabbies buttons, like the no and the yes?
No.
I know they used it.
I think his favorite emote nowadays is an old man.
Okay, so Corey, got it. So then, yeah, Flu's always been great.
You mentioned, is there any teams you want to shout out? I should have mentioned Yukon. Yukon is one of my favorite teams for this one reason. Every single season, Yukon will make a new custom ice and new custom goal horn.
That is cool.
And the team will vote on it. And so
that is actually really cool.
One of my favorite was it was tax season a little while ago. So they based their ice off of the IRS and their goals town, and it was hilarious. I've seen them do Valentine's Day. I've seen them do Christmas. I think they've done Halloween as well. It's just really cool.
That is cool. Yeah, Flu's great. I mean, I don't know how much we need to gas him up for picking himself, but like, yeah, Flu's great.
Let's continue on with pick number 30 then. And it's another, we kind of know who it is.
Hi, Frenchie. I thought this was going to be earlier.
As per the rules, Ottawa has to select Frenchie. And Frenchie is actually, this is his last season as the Ottawa GM.
Really? Wait, how did I not know that?
I don't know how under wraps he kept it, but he did tell me he wants that to be said. He's stepping down.
Interesting. Yeah, so he was obviously the one that founded Ottawa. He got the expansion when they rolled out Ottawa and San Diego. So he's just been there forever. I know his original player, Derek Martin, was on Carolina. I believe he was co at one point, and before he moved over to Ott, and then obviously was the SHL co-commish for a while. And yeah, Derek Martin also an absolute monster on lap. Like one of their best players during their peak. So builds really good players, builds really good teams. I just know he's been scaling back a bit. So I guess I'm not surprised that he's stepping down because I know he just stepped down from the co-commish role as well. I think probably just wants to take time and enjoy the SHLs because I know he got into like leadership pretty quick.
Yeah, but with that being said, he was incredibly active in the rookie Discord.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he was, I think, the most active person there, and that was really cool to see.
I believe it.
Because now, like when you step down from those leadership positions, it kind of enables you to have more fun. And you can find more joy in the little things. So that's really cool to see.
I agree. Yeah, it's Frenchie's great.
I know I spent a good amount of time talking with him, and a repeating subject or point of contention in that rookie server was how to cook hot dogs. And I don't know how, but my Instagram feed ended up getting filled with random like methods to cook hot dogs.
But microwave. What else is there?
Oh, I suggested just straight from the pack. Just you don't need.
I mean, you can. It's so processed that you're really just heating it up. You're not actually cooking anything. It's fine. Eat it from the pack. Raw hot dogs are good for you. Please don't sue me.
Oh no, you're the only one that agrees.
Yeah, that's fair. And on that note, Detroit now at 31 with their
Yeah,
third
let's
pick.
continue on. It's another good pick I'm seeing. Detroit with the 31st overall pick selects Juho Koivunen, user Juho.
Yeah. So I know earlier, funny enough, when I was talking about Tom Tomlin on Detroit's last pick, I said he was one of my favorites. I really think outside of the two Solbergs, Juho was my absolute favorite in Calgary. Also, sorry, Burb, if you're listening. I do love you too, but like Juho is so nice, very chill. Will talk to anyone about the SM Liga because I know he's another one of the Finns that's in this draft class. Great person. Built a really good player on his last one with Carlo Koivunen. And they were a defenseman last time, so I'm excited to see what they do as a forward. I love Juho. I really do. It's a really good pick, especially this late. That's a huge steal for Detroit.
It is interesting to see that it looks like the majority of the forwards we're seeing are centers.
Yeah, so I know part of the answer to that, which is that the center position is the highest scoring position within FHM. So if you look at really any of the top scorers, they're, with a couple exceptions, will almost always be centers. I don't know why the algorithm has it that way based on what FHM does, but FHM rewards centers more than really any other position. So if you see a bunch of recreates of centers, that is why.
They know the tech.
Correct.
Moving on, we have St. Louis Scarecrows with pick number 32.
Yes. It's been a while since their pick. All the way back up at 3 when they picked Toast.
And this will put a cap on the end of the second round here. So let's see who they select. They select Finn Lafleur, user Brolafleur9.
Believe a first gen, correct?
Let's take a look. That is a new gen.
Yeah, I will say Lafleur has been super active in the rookie Discord. So this is a really good pick for St. Louis. They have, one of the oldest users that's active on the site in Toast, and now you have a new gen. I do really like that combo. Yeah, I haven't heard anyone say a single bad thing about Lafleur. I know there's a lot of optimism about them going into the SMJHL, so should be a really good pick here for St. Louis for sure.
Definitely. I got the chance to talk to them a little bit. They told me they recently started an eBay store selling trading cards.
Nice.
And they used to write and perform rap songs in college. So I think the trading card thing fits really well in the SHL.
Oh, for sure. I know there's a lot of people that are big. Like Yosh, for example, is huge on the cards because he'll send me any stars ones he pulls. So yeah, he should fit in. Lafleur should fit in just fine with the SHL.
Actually, I don't know if I talked to them. I think that was their IP thread. I had trying to go off memory. But moving on, we have Vancouver. And is this the first Vancouver pick of the draft?
Correct.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Vancouver traded up so heavily.
Shawnee's been lacking.
No, I think he's trying to collect pieces to win a cup.
Did he ever answer our pings?
Oh, he only had space for goalies. Right, he has a full squad. He has a full team of actives. That's right.
Well, what goalie does he pick? I swear, if Shawnee didn't pick a goalie, okay, they picked. Okay, so
that would be on the nose for Shawnee.
Yeah. So they went with it's Nicholas Lundberg, user Rich. So Rich has been around forever. Last player was Adam Perpich on Lap, another one of the ones that was incredible for Lap's peak. I believe still has the podcast with Luke, like the Rich and Luke podcast. Rich does so much for the SHL.
Yeah, Rich.
The fact that Rich, I thought honestly Rich was gonna be a first rounder. The fact that
It's really
Vancouver,
surprising, actually, to see him
yeah,
drop this low when other goalies went that early. I
yeah, the
guess
fact that
the
Rich is going third round is an insane steal for Van.
it has to be the goalie factor.
But even then, like, yeah.
Raph is not happy about that.
Oh, that's so funny.
My personal experience with Rich, though, is stellar. He is the
Yeah,
one that trained me to do file working.
yeah, I believe it. It's Rich is like one of the people that really just keeps the entire site running, and that's like not even an exaggeration. He's integral to the operations of the SHL. So huge grab there for Vancouver.
Oh, Rich is in chat. Hey, Rich. And Raph in chat saying goalie factor, more like GM cowardice.
All right, well, you know what? Maybe goalies should actually matter more. I mean, didn't Edmonton almost win a cup with like an S64 with 800 TP or something like that?
How about Justin Time being like one of the best goalies in his
I
day?
mean, what's crazy? So I was on Edmonton when they drafted Time back in S64, and then I'm on Edmonton when he retires in like '84. It was insane. I had a whole player die and then a new one show up in that time. I'm like, how? So I'm imagining Anytime's probably going to last 30 seasons at this point, but who knows?
Moving on, we have St. Louis Scarecrows with pick number 34.
Can I
But
just say it would have been really fun if that transitioned into a QCC pick, but alas.
I'll let
Alas,
you
we get
take care of
Jimmy.
this because I think there's a trade coming up.
Yes. So St. Louis at pick 34 has picked Cole, the user AST12, who I believe is also a first gen. Let me see if I can get any info. Yes, first gen. Um, seems like they've been fairly active in the rookie Discord. Um, I will say I know this draft specifically. Toaster did at least 95% of the scouting, to be honest. Um, like we really put the code to work this time. And I know Toaster's also really optimistic about this class, so I would imagine AST is going to be a big part of that. So, congratulations on joining the St. Louis Scarecrows.
Moving on, we have the Thunder Bay
Do we
Walleye with the
do
35th
we have a
overall
trade?
pick. That is
No trade.
later on.
Okay.
And let's see who the Thunder Bay Walleye select.
Wait a minute.
They select Dominique Jenda, user SCP-999 version 2. This user has been pretty active in the rookie Discord. They are a recreate. In season 71, they won a 4-star cup with the main timber.
Got it. Okay. I was like, that name's familiar, but part of the
But I don't have
Nibbles
much
main
information
legacy.
about them because I personally don't know them.
I will say their if you look on their Discord, their little header is I believe Slime Rancher, which is a 10 out of 10 game.
That's cool.
Who doesn't love Slime Rancher? If you haven't played Slime Rancher, go play Slime Rancher.
Next up, we have an Ottawa pick at number 36, but trade alert.
I can't believe who wrote it. That's crazy.
Anchorage is going to be taking this pick. They're receiving the Great Fall Grizzlies' third overall pick, which is 36, or third round pick, 36 overall. And Ottawa, in return, are receiving the season 90 Anchorage third round pick and the season 89 Anchorage third round pick. So that puts Anchorage on the clock. And let's see who they select.
That makes sense.
Anchorage selects Luke Lee, user Golden Apricot.
Yep. So Golden Apricot's been around the league for a while at this point. First player that I know of, at least, was on Hamilton. Last player was on Philadelphia. I believe both of those players went through Anchorage, if I remember correctly. So this is at least 3 in a row that's on Anch. Golden Anchorage is great. Used to be the head file worker. I believe still contributes to the file work, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. I know they used to be a big part of it. Also, I believe at one point was Norway's Fed head as well. So they've been around the site forever, been a huge part of Anchorage forever. Yeah, this just makes a lot of sense for them. It's a really good pick at 34. Or at 36, sorry. Even better.
Anyone who knows their way around the file is a great pick. Can always fill in and do some last minute tactics for you.
That is true.
Next up, we have the main timber. And will Maine continue to select recreates? Let's see here. Maine selects Valor Caress, user Severin.
Is that a...
That is a recreate. That is a recreate.
Is it? Okay.
They were in the league. It looks like their last league was around season 82. And they took a small break. So they're back after a short break. I unfortunately don't have much information about them. Are you familiar with them at all?
I'm not, unfortunately. But either way, congratulations on joining Maine. I know, Wallaby Finn's doing a lot over there, so should be a good pickup for sure. With what he's got cooking.
It's always cool. Wannabe Finn, as you know, is the commissioner of the SHL, so it's got to be an interesting experience at least to be on a team with him.
True. Just ever be cool.
Next up, we have UConn with the 38th overall pick. And UConn selects Booksy Jefferson, user Big Hops.
Big Hops.
So they're technically a recreate.
Okay.
But this is like the account is technically a first gen. It's kind of an interesting situation. They had registered 4 years ago, but never played.
Interesting.
So I think they like deleted their old account and made this account. But other than that, I don't really have much on them.
I also unfortunately don't, because I cannot find them in the rookie Discord. Unfortunately.
I think it's a different Discord name. But moving on, we have Detroit Falcons with pick number 39. I will say, though, there are still quite a few new gen users that I'm familiar with in the S87 server. Or I guess
there's a couple recreates. A couple recreates I know of too that are still kicking around.
There's at least one I know. And we should see him go pretty soon, I'd hope. But Let's see who Detroit selects. Or yeah, Detroit selects
Yep.
Jacob Dow, user Jakob Bolts.
Yes, and I know Jakob Bolts is active in the rookie Discord.
Yes, he is.
Has been very active. I'm kind of surprised. I thought Jakob would go higher, to be
Me
honest with
too.
you. So it seems like a really good pick here for Detroit, and what's been a really strong draft for Detroit in general.
This user is pretty interesting, and I'll tell you why. Their render is a Swedish moose.
Uh, what do you mean?
So I don't
Like,
know how much you know Schwarz, but Schwarz loves that little moose emote, from my understanding.
uh,
He's
yes,
on Team Sweden. And a little tidbit from the JHO server: when when this person created and we saw that render, immediately we were like, "Hey, Schwarz, that's like a identity
so funny.
fraud," but
That's
love
so
it.
funny.
Um, Jacob's nickname, well, I get his player's nickname is Moose, and he got the nickname because of his size when he saved a baby moose from a burning forest deep in the Swedish mountains. That's kind of their player lore, which is really cool.
That is actually really cool. I love when people actually build in player lore.
Let's continue on now with Newfoundland Berserkers with pick number 40. They select Will Pass It, user Muddy M13.
It's a great name.
It
Will
is.
Passett is a 10 out of 10.
They are honestly one of the most memorable players for me. Um, I don't know how familiar you are with the prospect tournament that occurred, but a bunch of
I'm
the rookies, they were created and thrown in a file together to compete. And Will Pass It, I just remembered being one of the most prominent players in that tournament.
It does look like they are a big ISFL user as well, from what I can tell.
Oh, that's interesting.
This does seem like another one that's fallen maybe a bit more than anticipated. So it seems to be a
With
really good pick here at 40 for NL.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very strong draft with a lot of heavy
Yes.
hitter recreates, like Rich going in the third round even. So it doesn't surprise me that some players are slipping through the cracks like this. And speaking of slipping through the cracks, we can move on to pick number 41 with Anchorage. And I'm very surprised this person fell this low.
Yes. Okay. So
At
this
pick
is,
number
yeah.
41, Anchorage selects Nate Terpestra, user Mysterious Fish.
Yes. Um, so Mysterious Fish, former San Diego and also former event head. I believe still kind of helps coordinate things, but I know was the event head at one point. Yeah, I am kind of surprised I fell all the way to 41
That
because
just
I
shows
know,
how
like,
strong the draft is.
yeah, that's true. Would have easily been at least a second rounder, really in any other draft. So, very, very good grab here for Anchorage.
And speaking of San Diego title, they're up next with pick number 42. And Anchorage or San Diego, oh my God, I've lost it. They've select John Martson, user King Tiflor.
I'm assuming that the name is based off of Red Dead Redemption. Because I mean John Marston. If so, great username or great player name, 10 out of 10. Absolutely worth the pick here at 42 on the name alone.
From their IP thread, they are not the flashiest guy on the ice, but they've survived worse situations than a playoff forecheck. I believe in loyalty, hard work, and doing the job right, even if it means getting a little bloody in front of the net.
There you go.
So it looks like they're building up their player lore a bit, their character lore. It seems like they might be a screener, whereas more of an kind of forechecker. So it'll be interesting to see how they build their player. Are they going to go for a lot more blocks, more of a hitter? But yeah, let's continue on. We're going back to Vancouver. This is their second pick of the draft with pick number 43. And Vancouver selects Christian St. Pierre, user Chris Samfi.
I believe another first
It is another
gen.
new gen, yes. I know Vancouver does love their new gens.
I will say, their Discord profile picture does have a Totodile in it, and that is a 10 out of 10 right there. Totodile's great.
Good taste.
Very good taste.
And this is Vancouver's second goalie, so I'm going to safely assume they're going to bow out after this. From this person's IP thread, while hockey is a passion, one of their biggest talents is music, and they've once performed 4 different music instruments in a single show.
Oh, that's really cool.
That I don't know about you, but that just immediately makes me think of the flute guy.
Oh. That's a crazy poll. That's wild. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But since he is on Vancouver, I will be asking what instruments they play.
Yeah,
But
I'm very curious on the answer. But we keep moving.
we have a trade
Oh.
alert. We have Thunder Bay receiving the season 86 Colorado third round pick, which is 44th overall right here. And in return, Colorado is going to receive the season 89 Tampa Bay Walleye 4th round pick and the season 88. Did I say Tampa Bay? Thunder Bay
Yeah, you
Walleye
did.
3rd round
Yeah.
pick.
I would like to point out that one is entirely my fault because I'm the one that brought it up, but
You planted the
in fact
seed.
that
You
it right.
planted the
I
seed.
did.
So let's
The
see
seed
who
worth planting.
Thunder Bay picks with the 44th overall pick. They select Anthony McFarland, user FlameHusky666. I don't have much information about them.
I will say just in general I'm kind of running out of information, but I do see they've been somewhat active in the rookie Discord. And their logo is in fact a husky that looks like it's on fire. And you know what?
That makes sense. The 666 is kind of evil.
You know what? I appreciate someone that's truthful about their identity. So, good pick.
Moving on, we have Nevada with the pick 45. And they select Dale McCarr, user Echo.
Yeah, that's a great name. I like Dale.
A first gen, new gen user. Another center.
Not a name I've seen as much, but it does look like they
They were pretty active, I thought. I was able to DM them
Were
and
they
talk to
okay?
them a bit.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so in their IP thread, they mentioned that they play competitive hockey in real life. When I talked to him,
Nice.
he mentioned that not only does he play competitive hockey, but he also does baseball and soccer.
Oh, that's so cool.
hmm I know I do soccer. It's a ton of fun. Doing 3 at the same time, that's rough. That must be like you must be really fit.
Yeah, what's it like to be in shape?
Well,
I
you'd be
can't relate.
surprised. You don't have to be in shape to play sports.
That's fair. I should know that. I played American football. I know
It's
better.
a lot of us, like, we just do it for fun. You don't need to be
Yeah,
running the
fair.
entire time.
That's fair.
But playing 3 at once, that's like I'll get injured if I do that.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially like hockey too, with how physical it can be, even like beer league stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I was reading stories about like
Ne
Reddit today too.
oh,
But moving on.
next up, pick 46, San Diego title. Then they select Atao oh, I jumped the gun.
Oh,
But Atao Goku, user Big Hog Hockey.
that.
I sadly don't have much about them other than that they're a new gen.
Now, when they say when they say big hog, what kind of hog are we talking?
Maybe we should leave it there.
They're also I can't find them in the Discord, but
The one thing they
um.
did do is the early bird BT, which is cool to
Oh,
see.
okay,
Um,
there you go.
hopefully, when they get on the team, the GM can kind of harness their activity a bit more.
Yeah, because I can tell you, like, I don't. Where did you for like your J draft? Where were you picked?
Vancouver. Or
No,
oh,
like,
where? I
yeah.
think 10th pick or ninth.
Okay, yeah.
I was in the
So
top 10.
yeah, I as someone that went 47th overall in my first draft, I will tell you, you can learn pretty quick if you're in the right spot and you join the locker room and you can get motivated. You can earn no problem. Like you'll never really, especially in the J, like you'll never really fall behind too far. I
Mm.
mean, I had no idea what I was doing basically my entire first season, and I still capped out at like 1950 TPE on my first player. So like
Oh,
you can still earn, you can still contribute. It's
oh yeah,
draft
100%.
position's just a number.
It's
I would
so
just like to call
forgiving.
that out as someone that was 47th overall when I think 16 in my SHL draft, and then this last go around I went like third. So
I mean, if you just
you know,
think back earlier, that who was that user that was they went in waivers and the PBE and was it the SSL?
oh crap, who was it?
But like
Yeah, just
it does not
yeah,
matter where you're selected because it's completely down to the type of user you are. And that was Mike Mark, the
exactly.
first overall. Um,
Yeah,
like you can be the biggest steal and the value you will provide to your team is insane.
exactly.
You can go from being like, oh, this is a nothing pick in the 5th round to you're the reason that this team is going to win a cup in a few
Yeah,
seasons, right? So
that's true.
that's like one of the best feelings ever to have. With that being said, it's our favorite time. Trade alert.
Oh man.
So Carolina acquired this pick earlier, and now they're sending it over to Ottawa. So Ottawa receives season 86 Detroit 3rd round pick, which is 47th overall. And in return, Carolina is receiving season 89 Great Fall Grizzlies 3rd round pick, as well as the season 85 Ottawa 4th round pick, which is 58th overall. And now Ottawa is on the clock, and let's see who they select. As soon as I can find them.
That's fair.
What pick are we on? 47.
47, yeah. I was like, I'm just waiting.
I've scrolled so
Uh,
far. I'm in
there we
last
go.
season's 47.
I got it. Oh, I actually know. Okay, I actually have commentary for this one. Perfect.
Oh,
So this is user Galumphus Seal, or player Galumphus Seal, user Sophie964, who I can't believe fell to 47. That is insane. Um,
well, honest, like I talked to them a bit as well. They kind of petered out really quickly in their first player. I think they were just overwhelmed and busy with school and everything. So that can be why some teams probably weren't so ready to take that risk.
fair. I just know, like, I know Carolina was a big fan of them, on their first player, regardless of the petering out. Like, liked having them in the locker room. I had a feeling it would be one of Carolina or Ottawa that would grab them. Funny enough, it was a trade between Carolina and Ottawa that led to him getting picked. So it's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, that's. I think this is going to end up being a really good pick for the Highlanders for sure.
Oh, and I just want to clarify, nothing against them. I think they're
Oh well,
awesome.
yeah,
I think her boyfriend is Ocho, if I'm remembering right, or no, someone. I know I'm friends with them, so
that's fair.
I don't remember who. But
Also
they're
fair.
they're a really cool person. They're really energetic. They have amazing energy. Um,
That's fair.
yeah, and they run a cow Instagram account. And as soon as she told
Word.
me that, I was like, "You should tell Raph."
Yeah, I was just saying Wickcraft. Yeah, of course.
Let's continue. Right
And
now,
we
I think
close
this
out.
might be the biggest steal of the draft so far, though,
Interesting.
in
I
terms
will
of
say this is going to be our second back to back too.
did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
for
it
Nevada.
looks like, yeah,
Okay, yes,
Nevada's
you're
got
right.
48, 49. I didn't see it either because it got broken up, but yeah.
Mhm. Okay, let's see how we're ending this third round. Nevada selects Crazy
Ah,
Tomato the third.
good old Tomato. Okay, so Tomato, I remember when Crazy Tomato 1 was drafted, never mind 3. Um, yeah, so Crazy Tomato was on St. Louis with like their first player. And I believe Tomato was a GM somewhere. Was it Germany? Like Germany Fed head at one point? I could be wrong on that, but I could have sworn Tomato was a Fed head somewhere. Either way, yeah, like been around forever. I know at least as a SMJHL pick should be a really good pick because they do typically hit the cap from TP and they are usually fairly active in their locker rooms. So especially for the end of round 3, yeah, this is a really, really good pick for Nevada.
Definitely. And let's see how we start off the fourth round. Going back to Nevada.
Crazy Tomato 4. Let's do it.
We have Cameron Squires, user CS Squires.
Let me see.
It is a new gen user. Their favorite movie series is Star Wars. And I don't remember if there was someone else in the draft that really liked Star Wars. I don't remember if they were picked yet.
I do know too that Cameron is a very big Leafs fan.
Oh well, oh yeah,
So
their logo is the Leafs, right? On
yeah,
Discord.
correct. So depending on how you feel about the Toronto Maple Leafs, you're either gonna love this pick or hate this pick. I have no opinion on the Leafs, so
I think it's hard to have negative feelings for the Leafs unless you're a Leafs fan.
that's I mean Habs fan, you know. But
Oh, that's
yeah,
fair.
that's
That's
fair.
fair.
But yeah, so should be a good pick at the top of the fourth for Nevada. And congratulations to Cameron on being drafted.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid pick.
Yeah.
Moving on, we are going back to St. Louis with the 50th overall pick. They select Chirpley Benson, user Hexagon 6.
Let me see.
I don't really have anything on them. They're a new gen user.
I do see that they have posted a bit in the rookie Discord. I do like their logo. It's a really cool looking bird. Yeah, it should be a good pick there for St. Louis. I know St. Louis is one of those teams that has had success grabbing plays in the later rounds. So there's a lot of potential here for sure.
I will also preface a lot of these players that we don't have anything on. There was a big batch of people that came in like last minute.
Yeah.
I know even today alone there was like over 10 like creations. So just because like we might not know you doesn't mean anything, right? It's the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
Let's continue though to pick number 51 with the Thunder Bay Walleye. This is another pick that I'm kind of surprised fell this low.
Yeah, for sure.
Must be the
It's
goalie
definitely the goalie
factor.
factor.
I'm sorry, Raf. But
Oh,
young Piyush, user Snoosu.
yeah. I have a lot of positive things I can say about Snoo. So Snoo used to be on, may have even been on NL when they were still Lethbridge back in the day. Because Snoo's been around the league for a long time. But most recently, Snoo was the GM of the Kelowna Knights. And was one of the better users in the Kelowna Knights music league. So, yeah, just I've always liked Snoo. Snoo's super chill. Honestly, a really, really, really good pick for Thunder Bay here. I'm really surprised that Snoo fell as low as they did here. Even as a goalie, that's crazy. So, should be a really good ad.
I want to bring light to the fact this is yet another Finnish player in this draft class.
Correct.
It's kind of crazy. In like 6 or 7 seasons, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. The Finnish IHF team might be really strong. Well, that's if they all created for Finland, I guess.
I would almost guarantee Snoo did. I believe Juho typically does. So Juho and Snoo should have.
Mhm.
I know that Finnish IHF team is very close. I mean, Carpy's been running that thing for how long? Like 30 plus seasons at this point.
Mhm.
So they're a very tight knit group.
But yeah, it's cool to see and what that like the implications might be for that squad in the IHF, because having people in the same window is very important to winning a cup.
Yeah. I won't talk about it. Or check, yeah.
Let's continue on though to Newfoundland with pick number 52. Newfoundland selects Oliver McKinnon, user Ollie Mack. It's another new user. I think they were decently active in the Discord, if I'm remembering right.
Looks like it, yes. Yeah, should be a really good pick here. Like,
yeah,
I know we've been talking about
that activity.
we've been talking about the quality of this draft, and I mean, you're still seeing quality players going off the board in the fourth. This is a very, very strong draft. No question about it.
100%. Let's continue on with pick number 53, going back to the main timber. This was another recent create, it looks like. Leander Shenever, user Kiko.
Yes, looks like it.
Gen user, I sadly don't have much info on them.
I agree. It looks like they joined the Ricky Discord today. So like new, which is cool to see. Just unfortunately, to your point, not a lot of info.
There was a YouTube ad recently, so that's a big factor as well.
That's true.
We got a lot of people, which is great to see. Let's continue on with Yukon with pick number 54. It's been a while since we've seen Yukon.
That's true.
Yukon selects Ari, user Ardraws. Or is it Ari Draws?
I think it's Ari draws.
Interesting use of the exclamation. I think it's Ari Draws, but it's in an interesting way. That makes me think, do you draw, Ari? It's cool. Drawing is an amazing hobby.
Cool.
I don't have much info about them, sadly. So I guess we can continue on to pick number 55 with Carolina. Carolina selects Jonathan Carton, user Racing Jays 427.
So I will say I do know Racing Jays. I believe they are a first gen.
Yes.
And they've been very active in the rookie Discord, like even up to today. So I'm surprised that they didn't go higher, but I mean, how many times can we keep saying that, you know? No, this should be a really good pick for Carolina for sure. Because I know they've been watching. I don't know if they're still in the stream or not, but yeah, this has the potential to be a really good pick for the Kraken.
Definitely. Speaking of really good picks, we're going back to main timber with pick number 56, and Raph is going to kill me, but I think it's another case of the goalie factor.
Oh yeah, it is.
I am shocked that this user fell this low. At pick number 56, the main timber select Downer Colon, user Agent Smith 360.
Yeah, I have a lot of very good things I can say about Smith. We were in the San Francisco war room together when I first moved over there. We were on that team together, and he's always been great. I remember when he got the idea for a Johnny Wagner Svensson just to troll, and then obviously Johnny ended up being like one of the best players in like Tampa Bay Barracuda history. Super great guy, Hall of Fame head. Another Ohioan. Smith is fantastic. It likely might be the biggest steal of the draft. To your point, I mean, 56 is crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised he fell this low.
Yeah. Yeah, so am I.
But let's continue. Moving on, we have the Thunder Bay Walleye with pick number 57. They select Patrick Moore, user PMoore.
Let me take
It's
a
a
look.
new gen user. Forward. I sadly don't have much info about them.
I'm not sure they might be in the Discord. I'm not really sure.
They created yesterday, and they do have they did put their Discord on their forum account, but I haven't really seen them talk. So
Okay.
we can continue on here. We got pick number 58 with the Carolina Kraken. And they select Connor Gannett, user It's Just Cape.
I also don't see them.
This is another more recent create. I believe they either created today or yesterday.
Got it.
So pretty new. They haven't been on the site very long. I don't think they've done any, the IP threads or any of the PTs, but
Gotcha.
still, we can continue on.
Also, everyone say hi, Shawnee. Hi,
Yeah.
Shawnee.
Shawnee has an important announcement for all of you if you could listen now.
Hello. Shut up, Noxu. I do not.
Well, now you have to have something.
All right. Well,
Moving on.
no, I have one. I have one actually.
Okay, yeah. It is.
Moving on. Trade alert.
Is this what you're announcing, Shawnee? Is this your trade? It's
All
not
right,
your
sure. Thunder Bay receives 59th overall in exchange for a season 88 Thunder Bay Ford from the trade involves Thunder Bay in Nevada.
That's the first time you've done the clap. You said you were gonna do it after every pick.
No, that'd be too much.
That
But now
would be.
let's see who Thunder Bay selects with the 59th overall pick.
Y'all, we're 2.5 hours in, man. We're doing what we can. Bye, Shawnee. See you later. I'm sure he'll jump back in 10 minutes. But at least we made him do work. Oh, hey, you want to say your line again about goalies?
The goalie factor. Another very surprising pick. Not in a bad way, but surprising they fell this low.
Yeah.
Thunder Bay selects Montgomery Shoals, user Carlson's.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just let me go for a minute on this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Carlson's was one of the most respected players already on the team when I joined Edmonton back in S59, right? Was fantastic with his first player. I believe ended up in the Hall of Fame. Second player, I pushed San Francisco hard to draft Carlson's. Granted, it didn't take much to convince Toast because Carlson's is amazing. But they took Oscar in the first round, and Oscar is, I would imagine, also going to be a Hall of Famer, or at least very close to it. Was part of that big SFP dynasty. So Carlson's builds amazing players, amazing locker room person. I have been very lucky to kind of be in the same space as them for both of their players. And I would love to again be in the locker room with them at some point. That's a really, really great ad here for Nevada. Or sorry, not Nevada, Thunder Bay. Sorry. Yeah, huge ad for them, for sure.
I did talk to them as well a little bit before the draft. Carlson's is a combination of their favorite player Carlson and their favorite team, the Senators. And they love to go skiing, and they're currently a member of the Canadian Ski Patrol.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. But let's continue. There's still a lot of this draft class to get through. Moving on, we have pick number 60. And Colorado selects Jaden McMorris, user TubbyTim69.
Yes. So this is Tubby Tim's, I think, third player. Could be fourth, but I know that it's at least three. What I do know of Tubby Tim is we were in NL together on my first player. So they were part of that whole big NL run in the early '60s that won like 4 cups in like 5 seasons or something crazy like that. They were absolutely a big part of that. Super chill guy. Definitely a really good ad here, especially late in the draft at 60. Really good pick here by Colorado.
And let's continue on. We have pick number 61 with Ottawa. And Ottawa selects Mad Shatter, user Evan.
I don't.
It is a new gen user, and I don't think they have anything on the forum
Okay.
other than some chirpers
That's
and,
well.
and the early bird for PT, but that doesn't tell us much. So let's continue on. We have San Diego with pick number 62. And they select Dave Wildcat, user MWildcat7. It's a new gen user. And from their IP thread, or no, I actually DM'd him, I think. They've been a Capitals fan for a while, and their player wants to play like Alex Ovechkin.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Always nice to have a scorer. Trying to be like Ovechkin is going to be the new thing. Doesn't he have the record now for most goals in the NHL?
Correct.
As of I think last season he got that.
That is absolutely correct.
But yeah, I guess we can continue on here.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep rage baiting Raph and just chat. Continue.
We have Detroit Falcons with the 63rd pick. And they select a player that goes by the name of Tommy Barton, user Tommy Barton, a goalie, new gen. I as well. I don't have anything on this user, unfortunately. They did join the league 2 days ago, on the 18th.
And they did join the rookie Discord 2 days ago as well.
But it looks like they haven't gone back to the forum since they created. So we shall see how active they are. But let us continue on. We have Quebec with pick number 64. And they select Remy Lebeau, user Oh Fuck a Lawyer.
I
A recreate
believe
and a
so.
goalie.
That is a recreate. I thought their last player was on QCC as well, if I remember correctly. Again, Gwen, please tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% sure.
I believe this user's been pretty active in the rookie Discord, and I did chat with them a bit. Remy Lebeau graduated from Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters as the best hockey ice place at the school. Now
Oh,
in the
damn.
SMJHL, he is looking to make a name for himself. That's
That's
just
actually,
their
I
player
like the lore.
lore. Yeah.
I'm always down for lore.
I'm pretty surprised this one dropped so far, and I won't say that my thoughts on why that might be the case, but I think this is a really solid pickup for Quebec.
I agree, especially end of round 4. Yeah, that is a really good pick for them.
And it's already on the board, but Nevada is passing. They're tapping out, and we're going back to St. Louis. And St. Louis selects Jimmy Rimmer, user Phi Sarum.
Well, I will say they're automatically the best Jimmy to be in St. Louis by default. So, congratulations. I don't have any info on them because I don't see them in the Discord, but
So
even
I
if
don't
you
know.
don't show up, you're still the best Jimmy.
I'm kind of confused. I've sneaking suspicions they may be a bot if they're not in any
Oh?
Discords. Their Discord ID is click here to download.
Oh! Wait,
And
really?
I don't know if that was just like a copy paste accident, but that seems a little
Oh,
fishy to
that's
me.
so funny. Man, I will tell you what though, if Toaster did just end up drafting a bot, I will be giving him endless hell for it because that's so funny.
I'm not
I
saying
hope
they
it's
are.
not a bot.
I'm not
No, I
saying they are,
know.
but if you aren't and you're listening to this, Jimmy, or I should
I
say
want to fix that.
Fisarum, you might want to fix that.
That's so funny. I hope it is.
But continuing on, we have a pick at number 67 with the Thunder Bay Walleye.
6-7.
6-7. And they select Cade Poston, user Posty25. It's another new gen user. They created pretty recently on the 18th. It looks like pretty early in the morning. And I sadly don't have much information about them.
Yeah, no, it looks like they joined the Discord today. That's about all I got though.
Let's continue on then. We have Sylvian Meyer, user Sylv5.
Let me see.
I don't have anything on this one.
They are in the Discord. They
Okay,
are another one that joined today.
another brand new. Okay, it's always exciting to see brand new people getting selected to a team. Great Falls is a great team. Gibbles has been around for quite a while, so you will have a good time there. Next up, we have either the best, or the second best number. I don't know if you're team 6-7 or team 69.
I mean 69 personally, but
Okay, you're not part of the new gen 6-7.
no, I'm too old for that, man. It's my knees hurt when I wake up. I can't be part of the 6-7.
We have Main Timber with 69, and they select Grayson Hendry, user 6 Raso is.
Let me see.
It's a new gen user, and they
Yeah, I
did
don't.
make an IP thread. I
Well, that's good.
bring good looks no matter where I go. I play for the love of the game and love helping others whenever possible. I think that's like a great mix of positivity and self-love. The confidence. They seem like a
That's
pretty down to earth and chill guy. Moving on, we have pick number 70 with a Yukon. Yukon selects Riley Sweeney, user catlover102.
Hey, I'm always down for cat lover. But cat lover, I do not see them in the Discord.
They are another new create, completely off my draft sheet. Unfortunately, not much to say about them, so we can continue on. We have Carolina Kraken with pick number 71. And they are selecting Kel Mary, also known as Marty Turco, a goalie, a first-gen goalie.
I do like Mario Turco. Good choice. Go
Is that a
Stars.
person?
Yeah, he was the Stars goalie in like the early 2000s after Belfour.
That's fair. All right, that's cool to know. Let's continue. I'm getting tired, man.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fair. We're
accidentally
running
read
almost 3 hours. It's fine.
I accidentally read YouTube chat and answered to you with my answer for that.
Okay.
Rich
No,
said, "I
that's
wish
fair.
I could stick around for the rest of the draft, but I'm pooped. Good night." So I was thinking that's fair.
Real.
But let's continue. We have at pick number 72 to Newfoundland Berserkers, J God, user JGod16. Next up, we have pick number 73 with Anchorage, Joe McGee, user San Bobby. After that, we're going to Ottawa with pick number 74. And that is Simon Wolf, user Tommy Barzy. We have Vancouver up next, who is passing, and it's going to go over to Kelowna. Or
This is their first pick, fun fact.
Colorado. Really?
Yeah.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
Kelowna's first pick. Yeah, it is.
We have Colorado
It
first.
is. Oh, well, when we get to Kel, it's going to be Kel's first pick.
Colorado,
Get
they're
to him.
picking Jags, user 123 Seb. Oh, the draft sheet just moved again.
Yeah. Now we're at Kelowna's first
Now
pick.
we're with Kelowna, their first pick of the draft, and they're picking Southie.
Got it. Yeah, so
Player named
Southie's...
Brian Hart.
Yeah, Southie's been around the league forever. Multiple players, multiple time recreate. I mean, should be someone that you can actually get into your locker room, and getting that at the end of round 5, that's pretty good business there by Kelowna.
Yeah, a solid pick. He'll be active, he'll earn. Moving on, we have a pass at 78. San Diego is tapping out. And now we have Detroit with pick number 79. We have Chief, user Chief3930. I think this person is in the rookie Discord, I believe. But I don't recall much else about them.
Let me see, who is she? Okay. I'm not sure.
I do remember them being in the prospect tournament, so they were one of the earlier creates. Let's continue though. We have some passes, pick 80 and 81. So Quebec and Nevada are tapping out. So now we're going back to St. Louis, and they select Phil Murray, user Popeman or Popman.
I would say Pope Man would be my guess.
Poppyman. not much else about them. We're going to continue on. Thunder Bay Walleye with pick number 83. They are passing. They're tapping out. And we have pick 84 next with the Great Fall Grizzlies. Kind of funny. We have Alexander Ovechkin going. The user
There you go.
381. Just a
Good username.
reminder earlier, the person who wanted to be like Alexander Ovechkin. So now you're in the same class as him. Maybe it's only funny to me.
No, I thought it was good.
Continuing on, we got pick number 85 to the main timber. And they select Jacob Blomgren, user Asa. Continuing on, we have Yukon selecting Dylan McNeely at pick number 86. And I want to say that they actually did yeah, we have some information about them. McNeely actually played for Kelowna as a DFA, but they haven't been active since. So, kind of unfortunate, but that is life. We have another pass at 87. We have we don't have a pass because they traded it.
Okay.
Carolina receives the season 86 Ottawa 7th round pick, which is 106 overall, and in return receives season 86 Carolina 6th 87 overall. So now did I read it wrong?
No. I think it's technically Ottawa's pick now. But yeah. It's a trade that did nothing.
Oh, and then they passed. Then they passed.
Incredible.
Thank you for wasting our time, Frenchie.
I feel like that's his job.
Next up, we have the Newfoundland Berserkers with pick number 88. And they select Dakota Glover Jr. And this is a recreate, and I think you have a bit of info on him.
Let me see. I do, yes. Hi, Dakota. Yeah, so Dakota's last player was on St. Louis. Was just Dakota Glover. Not the best earner, but would usually pop into the locker room. Had some pretty good vibes. I really like NL taking the shot here at pick 88 on him. If you can get him active and going, like, he should be a pretty decent contributor to the team. I always enjoyed being around Dakota for sure.
And the good thing is, you're a goalie. Your TP doesn't really matter. So
True.
I'm kidding.
I
I'm
like
kidding.
that Raph's also getting that in Van right now from Luke. So like,
I'm sorry, Raph. Let's continue on here with pick number 89. We have Anchorage selecting Jeremy McKay, user Jer. I just saw the what Luke said.
yeah. How much TP and what's the save percent? It's just wild.
Let's continue on. We have a couple passes. 90-91 get our passes. Next up, 92 Colorado selecting Felix Bouchard, user QC Libre. Which I think is the new create that I have no info on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a couple more passes with 93, 94, and we're circling around to pick 95 with the Detroit Falcons selecting Chris Search, user Crisp Monkey 63. Not much about him that we can say, so we're going to continue. 96 to 99 is a pass. Then pick number 100 is a pass. So we're going back to main timber at pick 101, where they select Sully Hextall. User Sully Hextall 38. Pick 102 is a pass. And now we go back to Carolina with pick 103, where they select Aditya, user Aditya Beam. I don't know what accent I took on there, but we got some passes, 104, 105, and we're going back to Carolina with a technical back-to-back, where they select Holton Gonwer, user Phalix. Another new gen user. They created pretty early on, but they've gone largely inactive, it seems.
Got it.
They were, I think, the 10th person to create this draft, but maybe they just took a break. Next up, we have pick 111 with Detroit, where they attempt to pick Holton Goner again, in which case they get mad and just start passing, which is kind of funny. And this is now a technical back-to-back-to-back for Carolina, where they select Joe Puckish, user Trollolol. Oh, and the sheet is now broken. But that was the last pick of the draft.
Oh, there you go. That's fine.
And that is all for the draft, everyone. Thank you for everyone that did stick around to the end. This was a long one.
Yes, it was. But congratulations to every single person. Hopefully you all enjoy your new teams.
And I will say, if any of you do have trouble finding your team, or if anyone wasn't selected to join a team, please reach out to either a rookie mentor in the rookie Discord, or you can reach out to myself. I'm Noxu. I'm sure you can reach out to BeFine. He's also in the rookie Discord.
Correct.
Really, anyone. Just start yelling. I'm not on a team.
Yep.
And we'll try to get you.
You'll get on one very quick. Yeah.
And I also just wanted to give a big thank you to Raf and BeFine for joining me here.
I really absolutely want to thank Raf especially for running OBS and the sheet at the same time. It's a lot of big work there.
It's a lot of work. Okay, and I guess we'll wrap it up there. Have a good night, everyone.